Most people don't struggle with money because they're stupid. They struggle because nobody ever gave them a system. And here's the brutal truth. Right now, somewhere in the world, someone your age with your same salary is building wealth. Not because they earn more, not because they got lucky, because they have a plan. And you don't yet. The next 90 days will decide your financial direction for the next 5 years. Not your whole life, just your direction. But direction is everything. In this video, I'm going to give you a week-by-week 90-day financial reset. On our channel Wallet Mastery, we'll look at how to track your money, get out of debt, automate your savings, start investing, and create real income. No more words, no motivational speeches, just a system. Let's get started. Week 1, the honest review. 90 days is about 12 and a half weeks. So I've broken it down week by week because a plan without structure is just wishful thinking. The first week is the hardest, not because it's hard, but because it requires honesty. Most people have no idea where their money is actually going. They think they are, but they really aren't. Here's what I want you to do. Get out your bank and credit card statements for the last 3 months. Every single transaction. Now sort everything into 3 categories: fixed expenses, rent, utilities, car payments, groceries, things you have to pay for. Wants, eating out, subscriptions, groceries, coffee, things you choose to pay for. Debt payments, credit cards, student loans, anything with an interest rate. Once you do that, you'll know your true number, the money left over after everything else is spent. That number is your starting point. And I promise you, for most people, that number is a wake-up call. Week 2, cutting the fat. Now that you know where your money is going, let's get to the surgery. I'm not going to tell you to stop drinking coffee. That's not how you build wealth. I'm going to tell you to look at your 5 biggest expenses and ask yourself one question. Can I reduce them by 10 to 30% in the next 90 days? Here's what it looks like in practice. The average person spends $200 to $300 a month on food delivery without even realizing it. That's $3,000 a year, disappearing quietly every month. Insurance is another problem. Most people haven't compared providers in years. One phone call, 20 minutes, can save you $100 a month. That's $1,200 a year for one call. And then there's the subscriptions. Check your bank statement right now. I guarantee you have 3 to 5 subscriptions you've forgotten to pay for. The goal this week is not to live like a monk. The goal is to find the $300 to $500 a month that's currently disappearing and redirect it. That money will change your life. Week 3, the automation system. Here's what separates people who accumulate wealth from those who don't. It's not intelligence. It's not discipline. It's automation. Rich people don't rely on willpower. They create systems that work while they sleep. This week, you'll set up 2 things. First, open a high-yield savings account if you don't have one. Regular savings accounts pay next to nothing. High-yield accounts currently pay about 4 to 5%. That means that $10,000 sitting there is earning you $400 to $500 a year for free. Second, set up automatic transfers on payday. The moment your paycheck arrives, before you even touch it, 10% is automatically transferred, 5% to save, 5% to invest. Here's the psychology behind it. If you never see money in your checking account, you won't miss it. Out of sight, out of mind, but this time it's working for you. Week 4, debt destroy. If you're currently carrying high interest debt, credit cards, personal loans, that's your most pressing problem. Here's why. The average annual interest rate on credit cards is now over 21%. That means every dollar you owe is costing you 21 cents every year, just to keep you going. No investment in the world consistently pays more than 21%. So paying off high interest debt is literally the best financial move you can make right now. 2 strategies. The avalanche method. Pay off the debt with the highest interest rate first. Mathematically, it saves you the most money. The snowball method. Pay off the smallest balance first. Gives you psychological wins that motivate you. Pick one. Commit to it. And add at least $50 to $100 each month on top of your minimum payment. One more thing. Call your credit card company. Ask them to lower your interest rate. It takes 5 minutes. Most people never do this. Most companies will say yes. Week 5, the $1,000 milestone. This week, your only goal is $1,000 in an emergency fund. I know that sounds small. It's not. $1,000 emergency right now. That means 1 flat tire, 1 doctor visit, 1 broken phone, sends them into debt. Your $1,000 fund breaks that cycle. It's not an investment. It's a firewall between you and financial disaster. How to get there fast. Sell things you don't use. Electronics, clothes, furniture. Most people have $500 to $1,000 sitting in their apartment collecting dust. Take on 1 extra income stream this week, even 1 shift, 1 freelance job, 1 gig. Use the savings you found in week 2. Cross this milestone. And something shifts mentally. You stop feeling like money is happening to you. You start feeling like you're in control. Week 6, your first investment. Over the last 100 years, stocks have outperformed almost every other asset class on the planet. Real estate, gold, bonds, savings accounts. Nothing has compounded wealth like owning a piece of the market. And here's the thing. You don't need to pick stocks. You don't need to understand charts. You don't need to watch finance news every morning. You just need one thing, an S&P 500 index fund. This single investment gives you ownership in the 500 largest companies in America. Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, all in one click. Now let me show you why this changes everything. If you invest $500 a month starting today at an average 8% return, in 30 years, you'll have approximately $745,000. If you invest $1,000 a month, you're looking at $1.49 million. You're not investing in stocks. You're buying time, and time is the one thing you can never get back. Week 7, increasing your income. Here's the hard truth about cutting expenses. There's a floor. You can only cut so much before you're living in misery, but income has no ceiling. This week, I want you to think about one of 3 moves. Ask for a raise. If it's been over a year since your last one, you are overdue. Research what your role pays in the market. Walk into that conversation with data, not feelings. The worst they can say is no. Start a side hustle. Freelancing, content creation, tutoring, selling online. The goal isn't to replace your income overnight. The goal is an extra $300 to $500 a month. That number, invested consistently, is life-changing over time. Learn a high-income skill: video editing, copywriting, sales, web development, AI tools. Pick one. Spend 30 minutes a day on it. In 90 days, you'll be ahead of 90% of people who never started. Week 8, writing down your goals. This week is simple, and most people skip it. Write down your financial goal for the next 12 months. One specific number. One specific date. Research shows that writing down your goals makes you 42% more likely to achieve them. Not thinking about them, not talking about them, writing them, make it specific. Not, I want to save more money, but I want $10,000 saved by December 31st. Then tell someone, a friend, a partner, anyone. Accountability turns intention into action. Week 9. The credit card game. Credit cards are not evil, but they are dangerous if you don't know the rules. Here's how to play the game correctly. Use your credit card for everything you would normally buy with cash. Groceries, gas subscriptions, utilities. Pay it off in full every single month. Never carry a balance. In return, you collect travel points, cashback, and rewards worth hundreds of dollars a year for free. But here's the warning. If you even slightly tend to spend more when using a card, don't do this. The 21% interest rate will erase every reward you ever earn and then some. Know yourself. Play accordingly. Week 10. Tracking net worth. Net worth is simple. Everything you own minus everything you owe assets minus liabilities. Most people have no idea what their number is, and what you don't measure, you can't improve. Starting this week, track your net worth once a month. A simple spreadsheet works. Watching this number grow, even slowly, is one of the most motivating things you can do for your financial life. Week 11. The leak audit. You're in the home stretch now. This week, go back and review your spending from the last 8 weeks. Compare it to week 1. How much have you reduced? Where have expenses crept back up? Life has a way of slowly returning to old patterns. A new subscription here, a few more takeouts there. Before you know it, the leaks are back. Plug them now, before they become habits again. Week 12, building your future. You made it. 90 days ago, you had no system today. You have a budget, an emergency fund, investments, a debt plan, and growing income. That's not a small thing. Most people never get here. Now it's time to zoom out. Where do you want to be in 1 year? In 5 years? In 10? Write it down. Then schedule a quarterly check-in. March, June, September, December. 1 hour every 3 months to review your numbers, adjust your plan, and make sure the momentum you built here doesn't fade. Because the danger after 90 days isn't failure. The danger is going back to autopilot. Don't let that happen. This reset isn't about being perfect. It's about having a system. Wealth isn't built in a single moment. It's built in 90-day windows, just like this one. Repeated, consistently, over years. If you followed even half of what's in this video, you are already ahead of most people. And if you're just getting started, this is your moment. Not Monday, not next month, right now. Comment the word system below if you made it to the end. It helps me know this video reached the right person. And here's the truth. Wealth doesn't begin when you make more money. It begins the moment you start thinking differently about money. Most people will keep running the same cycle for decades. Spend, stress, repeat. But you don't have to, because once you understand how money actually works, you can make it work for you. That's what Wallet Mastery is about. This channel exists to help you build wealth step by step, to think smarter, invest better, and become financially free. Not someday, starting now. So if you want to get richer, make better money decisions, and build a life with real freedom, subscribe and join us. Because on this channel, we're not just talking about money, we're mastering it.